Hello tribe, welcome back to my channel. So the reason why I'm doing short one today is because I have so much going on recently and all the good stuff, right? But it's just a lot to take care of. I'm working on my website as well as I'm working on some other things and I'm moving. So all in one place. So guys, today we're going to be looking at, I don't know how I'm going to name this video though. I might name this video, my intention is to look into what you're going through energetically, so more so what your soul is going through right now, what you not might be recognizing sometimes, but you feel it, right? So maybe subconscious part of you. And as usual, I don't have any objects. I do have Rebecca Campbell's deck laid out. Pile number 1 is on your left and pile number 4 is on your right. So if you need some more time, stop the video right here. I'm gonna catch you in timestamps. Hello, pile number 1. So let's see what we have for you guys. What is going on with you now energetically? I'm going to pull one more card from the other Rebecca Campbell's deck and we'll see what you're going through now on energetic level, on a soul level. What is going on? What do you need to know, pile 1? So we have the 7 Star Sisters. It's interesting because the color schemes are quite similar here. We have the 7 Star Sisters. It says birthing, creations, tapestry of life, expression, as well as birthing a new age. It's interesting how we have 2 births here. Birthing new creations. It's almost the same card, right? Dreaming a new world into being. Now, every time I see this card right here, what it talks to me about personally, it's saying whatever it is that was quite difficult for you to go through in your life, I take these stones as your experiences in life. And those experiences might not have been the easiest ones. So right now is a moment when you are laying those burdens down around you in order for you to use them for your own good. So something out of those experiences almost like wants to be birthed through you. Would it be maybe the experience and wisdom you've taken with you in your career or in your relationships, or maybe even changing countries, moving, whatever the case would be for you. Now, right now is a time to maybe connect to more females around you. I don't know why I'm sensing that, but 7 Star Sisters don't always talk to me about that. It's saying connect to the feminine of yours, as well as maybe one person that you cherish dearly who has a lot of feminine energy. Almost like saying your soul might be drawn to doing even feminine things. Your intuition will be on point, and maybe now you might be feeling quite intense because you might be seeing some things or you might be hearing things you just intuitively quite, in some cases, even fragile because you're very sensitive, right? And look how many similar tones we have in these cards. We have violet, a lot of violet, so this is for me is third eye. You might also see orbs, but this is all about that, glimpse of change and of some kind of birth of new you, pile number 1. That is quite interesting. Okay, I'm gonna pull from one more deck from the Magic of You Oracle, and let's see what is it that you're going through. What is it that you're going through right now? If you are not sure what is that creation for you, I think it's gonna be more clear for you in the coming weeks. You might decide to take on some kind of project or start getting interested in a specific thing that is very useful and very valuable to your soul, right? It fulfills your soul. And it does seem like through that you might even meet other people who are on the same or similar journey. And it seems like there is a circle of your tribe that is waiting for you. If you are already doing this, it's saying expect more people coming your way who are very similar. And you're gonna be all vibing together. I wouldn't be surprised if through maybe communication with other people you're gonna be birthing some kind of new creation, right? We have Mosaic. It says, let chance play its creative role. Again, creative creations. It's all about that. I'm going to read this one out for you. Let chance play its creative role in your life. Your soul is urging you to put something out to the world. What is it for you? What is it for you, pile number 1? This is going to be very personal for all of you. It says, trust everything is as it should be. When mosaic presents, it means you have been trying to micromanage your life, and your fixed view is limiting all the gifts and potential the universe is waiting to make available to you. It's time to say, I don't know, and to break free of the rules and conditions you have placed on yourself and on other people, places, and things. Trust that there is no specific right way things must be, or progression of events that must occur. Know that you do not know. I like that saying. Know that you do not know, and that this is good in this moment and essential for the next chapter of your life to commence. Chance and surprise are essential creative elements in the unique mosaic of your life. Break free of rigid stereotypes or ideas about what your life should look like or even feel like, and what other people, places, and things should or shouldn't do and be. Consider the girl of mosaic. Her mask has broken free and is shattering as she allows old patterns and old fears to break away. Hues of purple. Purple, again, right? Indicate pure wisdom and peace, glowing through every fiber of her being. She loosens her micromanaging grip and waves her hands through ribbons of energy that begin to wrap around her. The pieces of her mask cling to the fabric and form a new beautiful mosaic pattern. This new fabric of pure potential wraps around her naked form, and her life is reborn. Like her, you are free to let go of self-limiting fear. Let your life surprise and amaze you, and appreciate the beautiful potential of a sequence of events you could never have determined or orchestrated. You know what this reminds me of? Losing the grip. And if you wanted to choose one more pile, I think there might be a message for you there. But overall, even in this card, there is it's mentioning the color purple, right? Violet, purple is all over the place here. It's very synchronistic, this reading, I must say, guys. There is one more thing that I wanted to say for pile number 1. I think the way you are now and the way you're going to be in the future, you're going to be like two different people, and we're constantly changing, right? But for you, again, what was also mentioned here in this card, which is not as visible, how her hands are positioned, that she had her arms up, right? She had them up. And now when we look at these cards too, you know, there's a lot of hand action happening here. So somehow your hands are gonna be important to the creations of yours. For each of you, this is gonna be very personal. So what is it that you are reaching for? A bit like in this card. And your soul will be telling you right now, if anything is unaligned to that creation, some things might feel like you have to let go of it, you know, and it's not the most exciting probably time. It might feel a bit fearful for some of you, but it almost saying loosen the grip, let go of what it is that is heavy still for you. So the first thought in your head, what feels heavy for you right now? Would it be maybe your thoughts sometimes, you know, those patterns? Would it be a job? Would it be a relationship? Would it be anything in your life? It's saying, hey, whatever is not meant to be there, it's fine, acknowledge it, you know, it's not like you have to say bye and forget things, but acknowledge what's holding you back and use it as your own experience to create something for yourself, okay? So I hope that this made sense, pile number 1. Sorry that it was a short one, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 2. So let's see what we have for you guys. We have losing your grip. If you wanted to choose one more pile, there might be a message for you there. It says coping mechanism, density, addiction, let God in. And I'm going to be pulling one more card from another Rebecca Campbell's deck. And we're looking at what you're going through, maybe on subconscious level, on the soul level, energetic level. Anything that is beyond, you know, anything that is not as visible, but you're trying to seek an answer for it. What is going on, pile 2? We have the starseed, what lights you up, and I'm gonna also pull from the, I believe it's called Magic of Your Oracle. Let's see what is up. All right, and we have Furgan, become a loving mirror. Okay, so what is going on here in this case, pile number 2? We have losing the grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Now, it's gonna speak to each of you on a different level about a different aspect on your life. Every time I see this card, I know that there is some kind of maybe routine or some kind of addiction even, or some kind of holding on to happening here where your soul is kind of asking you, hey, maybe it's time to release that, whatever that heaviness is, and allow yourself to trust the journey you are in. So it would be maybe someone who would want to micromanage events in their life, and they're very fearful of how things are going to turn out. But overall, what I'm getting here, there is a touch of that, but mostly what I'm looking at is the starseed card here, what lights you up. Now, your soul right now is looking for things that would spark up your soul, what feels fulfilling. So sometimes you might be feeling down, unmotivated, maybe not inspired, because you're going to be shown what things or places or people or career, jobs are not sparking your soul up, that doesn't feel like it's something that you want to do. In some cases, I'm seeing you might want to somehow improve the situation that you are in, and your soul is kind of wondering right now, you know, that, and it's giving you a hint saying, what is it that I want to do more of? What is it that I want to do more of? So almost like you're in this place right now where you're like, okay, if I'm gonna have to change things up in my routine or in regards to something more specific for all of you guys, I know that I'm gonna have to just allow it to be and listen to the quietness, you know, zero yourself, pile number 2. That's gonna help you out to figure out where you want to be and what you want to do. Because once you zero yourself, once you ground yourself, you need to become almost like a blank canvas in order for the messages to come in. And I think that's something that some of you are doing already. Now, for some of you, there is some kind of past event that might be influencing you until now. And it's probably to do with a person from the past. And maybe you might sense sometimes that you tend to be a little bit dark, and it's all fine, but it's saying, it's giving you hints, you know, your soul is giving you hints, your energy is giving you hints, right? What is it that is not fixed or is not healed from the past for me yet? Because in the Fergan card, what it describes, it's saying you're only gonna see good in other people if you see good in yourself, and how much of that you are doing. Or you're going to see potential, you're going to be happy for other people's achievements if you are happy where you are yourself. So sometimes maybe you give yourself a hard time, but it's saying, hey, you don't need to do that. Or if you have people around you who are doing that, who kind of project, you know, you can be also projecting on other people, maybe your emotions, maybe your past hurt that you don't acknowledge just yet. And it's saying pay attention to those things, because once you acknowledge that and you start truly speaking and acting from the heart, that is when you're going to allow some kind of a tie, I'm hearing some kind of tie to loosen up and fall away. So maybe some kind of cord cutting that you've done already, because I feel like a lot of you have done this. And if you haven't done this, I'm not saying that you have to do that, because this is something very personal. You need to know if that's your case. But something has to be kind of like almost, you know, I don't like to say to people, come back to the past and see who's hurt you or what kind of trauma you have. We all do. If it's not meant to be... if you're not meant to come back and just heal it, because people sometimes come back to the past and they just come back there and they feel bad about it, right? But come back there, this is saying, you know, fix whatever needs to be fixed, close the door, acknowledge that it's there, but you're gonna know how to cope with it better, right? And I do want to kind of read a bit from the book for this card, guys, for you, because there is a couple of sentences in this card speaks to me very much. Let's run through this. It says, the simple and selfish joy that comes from knowing something good has happened to someone else fulfills and heals the angry, self-pitying soul. It's time for emotional unification and appreciation for self and others. When we delight in the well-being and success of others, we mirror these thoughts. As has been demonstrated and proven in the science of quantum physics, we become a part of what we identify and acknowledge. So firstly, what you're doing here, you're releasing yourself from your old self, and that's something you might be feeling energetically right now, and you're wondering, you're looking at the distance, you're like, who do I want to be? Where do I want to go? What is drawing me in? Is that a location? For some of you, you might be drawn to a certain trip. It says unconditional appreciation for others' happiness is liberation. It touches our soul and reverberates through our experience of life like the delicate ripples across the man's heart. It is time to be brave and put your fear, resentment, jealousy, and anger aside, and delight in the joy of others. Trust and know that by this simple contemplation and observation, your own heart is healed and restored, and your life will reflect the joy and success you see around you perfectly and uniquely. So maybe if you feel like you've been drawing certain people in, it's all about the energies that we're talking about here, right? If you feel like you've been drawing certain people in, or there is some kind of drama happening around, we all attract whatever it is that we have, right? And people don't like hearing that. I always say, take life responsibly, meaning everything that gone well as well as everything that gone wrong, it has been attracted by us. And that's how I like to see my life. And every time something shitty happens, I'm like, what is that? What is that? And you're going to notice less and less of those events will be happening, and you're going to start seeing things differently, and you're going to start attracting different people, situations, and all of that, right? And you will be loosening the grip of the old self. So that is what the message I've got for you, pile number 2. Hope it made sense, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello, pile 3. Let's see what we have for you guys. I'm going to pull from one more Rebecca Campbell's deck. So what you're going through energetically on a soul level, whatever it is that we need to talk about here, pile 3. Let's see. Ooh, this is big. This is big. Big. Okay, great. One more card. Magic of the Oracle. All right. Nice. Okay. So what we have here, let me adjust the camera for you. We have a new earth as well as the unbound. It says, it's happening, keep holding the vision. So you already have some kind of vision for yourself, how you want your life to be, or a certain aspect of your life. It's saying keep envisioning it, but at the same time, keep doing what needs to be done in order for you to meet universe halfway, right? Then the Unbound card is saying releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. I do believe that pile number 3, you might live your life a bit differently from maybe your parents, your grandparents. You somehow uniquely different, and by living and thinking differently or changing some things about ourselves, what we can do then is release any soul patterns, contracts from the past life as well as from the ancestral line, right? So the only way this is saying that you can really unbound yourself here is by healing yourself first. And the healing is quite, it's quite an interesting word, because what I mean by healing is also working on yourself and developing yourself and recognizing what has been holding you back throughout that time, right? Looking at the patterns, being quite analytical and being like, okay, that's something that needs to change, okay, but it's not about other people, it's about self, because it does seem like it's a little bit of a rebirth is happening here. You have a vision and you're letting go of anything that is not allowing that vision to come to life here. And look at how similar these cards are. We have the new earth as well as the moon here on top. So keep following your gut, because you're already doing something that is very powerful and right. We have Minimus card at the bottom here. It says commune with the source. You are very intuitive, or you are very in touch, or you're very close with your guides, whatever spirits you might be working with. But it does seem like you might need to spend a little bit more time to maybe just shut your mind off and listen to what is being told. I'm almost like hearing someone saying in silence, right? In silence. Listen to the silence. Maybe for some of you, you need to go out there to nature actually and just do a meditation or do something that allows your mind to feel a little bit less crowded in that way. So let me see what else is here. Yeah, because I'm paying attention to trees here in a couple of these cards, as well as there is water. So somehow this connection to nature, your soul, you might get those soul, hints and needs to just go and explore or spend some more time in nature. And it does seem like it's going to be part of that process of developing oneself, maybe your own abilities, as well as healing some things that you're already working on, because most of you are very aware of what it is, that where you were in the past and where you're headed towards to. But overall, for pile 3, it's quite a quick message, I must say. Keep holding the vision. So I'm gonna tune in and see which card I want to talk about more. We're gonna look at the book. I do believe, I keep staring at the New Earth card, I do believe we're going to be talking about this one a bit more. I really like the way it's described in the book. In New Earth. Sorry, these are not numbered, so I have to find it. Okay, it says, don't give up now. You are closer than you think. Exactly. I know it's hard to hold the frequency of a new age when it feels as if so much is crumbling and so many are losing faith. This is your sign that you are facing the right direction. You have a great gift in being able to see the potential of things before they exist, right? It says, tend to the new seeds. Dream them into existence. Don't lose faith now. Keep your focus fixed. Planting new seeds and bringing about a shift of the ages is no mean feat. It requires extreme trust and a radical vision. If you pull this card, it's a reminder to have faith. You chose to be here, to be part of this global shift, whether you are bringing it about through prayer and meditation or through working on a new project, job, or creation. Keep going. It's happening. Don't give up now. The world needs more dreamers like you, more people who hope in their hearts. With hope in their hearts. The road ahead may not be plain sailing. Ushering in a new age in times of change never is. You are being encouraged to remember that what you've been working towards for so long is almost here. Don't question yourself now. Don't waver. Dig your devotion deep. For if you do, in the not too distant future, you'll be able to sit back and watch all that you've so carefully planted and nurtured grow and bloom. It's possible. Keep focusing on your dreams. You are closer than you think. This is quite a visionary pile, I must say. You might notice that you're a bit different from the maybe people who surround you, and it's okay. You are here for a reason. You are not here to do the things that were done before or to go maybe by what you were told. So embrace that authenticity, this is saying, and your uniqueness, because it's taking you already places. You feel better, right? Imagine, look back at yourself where you were like 4 or 5 years ago, right? We all grow. This is normal. Obviously, we all not the same. But for you guys, there's a massive and drastic shift to what you thought you might be doing or interested in and what you are actually doing right now, or what kind of hobbies or interests you have. And I bet, if someone told you 5 or 4 years ago you're gonna be taking interest in certain things, some of you would have said probably no shit. This is not possible. So that's what I'm seeing. Keep holding that vision, keep going for it. You don't need to be distracted by even media. For some of you, I know you tend to be quite maybe sensitive with in general. I think you can affect technology if you are doing anything spiritual, and that's normal. And this is usually when both fields interact, right? And also I think you can notice yourself, you can be quite sensitive when it is to what kind of bullshit media puts out sometimes. So know where you stand in that. It's not about saving the world, it's more so about keeping the vision straight in order for you to then be able to come back and do a couple of savings, right? So that was the weirdest explanation ever, but I hope this made sense. Pile number 3, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 4. So let's see what we have for you. I'm going to be pulling from one more deck from Rebecca Campbell. We're going to be focusing on energies or something that might be connected to your soul, whatever will come through, really. I'm very open to messages in this reading. What you're going through right now, spiritually, energetically. What is up, pile 4? Oof. All right. So we have the Hathors. It says, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal, as well as pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. So you are the oracle. Now, for a lot of you, what's happening, you are here somehow partly. You don't have to do it professionally if you don't want to, but you can channel things very well down to earth. So you are almost like this vessel, you know, that can be used in order to portray, to send a message to some other people who maybe are not as capable of doing so. So keep holding that frequency here, because you are very needed. And I think sometimes maybe you feel like there are weird things happening. I do believe that for some of you, your ancestors, looking at this card, I'm just purely interpreting, right? Looking at this card, you might be drawn to certain very ancient places or symbols or old words that are not used anymore, right? Anything that is to do with the ancient world, as well as the stars, because I keep paying attention to the stars here. I would think that what would be great, you would uncover a lot of ancient wisdom if you did try to connect with your ancestors, whatever way you want to do it. But that would be for those who feel it in their gut, you know, I wanted to do this, you know. Here we go, we have a message here. But overall, I do believe for pile 4, I think you are more protected than you think sometimes. And a lot of things that you might be saying are coming from the divine. It sounds cliche, right? But it's not really, because that's what I'm seeing, and I'm feeling it in my gut for pile 4. Some things you might be saying without even maybe using divination tools or without tuning in are some things that some people just need to hear, and you do it subconsciously, you know. You speak in some things, you know, or advise people, or just talk about certain things at a certain time that are very important. So keep using that voice for pile number 4. If you feel like your throat chakra is somehow maybe repressed, maybe you would want to ground yourself. That works for me. When I don't know if anyone else noticed for themselves, but when I feel energetically a little bit low, or I've done a lot of things throughout the day, my throat chakra gets tired regardless of how much I talked. Because this is something that I'm using in my everyday life, right, to send messages to people. So when I ground myself, or when I rest a little bit more, it comes back to normal very quickly. And I'd say pay attention to little things with your chakras. Where is the imbalance? I think your body, maybe even your muscles, you know, muscle pain is telling you that you need to rest, because you have quite a big mission here, pile 4, and you need to take care of yourself a little bit more. So care for yourself first before you put the information out, before you continue going on your mission, pile number 4. I'm so assertive that most of you here are already on a big mission. So let's see, one more card. Okay, wow. We have the Samadhi card popping up straight away. This card to me speaks about acceptance when it comes to your own self, for who you are. And it can be regarding how you look like. Maybe there are some things that you're unhappy, or you feel like you have some kind of complex, or some kind of maybe imperfection that is not noticed by other people, but you do, and you're like, I don't know how I can cope with that. But more so than that, what I'm sensing with this card, it's saying allow yourself to be a bit less of a perfectionist, because sometimes you put a lot of pressure on yourself to perform, or to perform amazingly. And this is saying you don't have to be perfect, pile 4. And you're gonna feel that, you know, you might feel tired. Pile 4, your energy will, you know, you're gonna feel in your body. Once something is out of balance, you feel it very quickly, and I think you feel it more than other people. And what's important for you is to allow yourself to kind of move around even sometimes, move your body around, this is saying. You're gonna allow that freedom to come in, and you're going to be a little bit, you're gonna bring your inner child out, because I feel like sometimes pile number 4, you tend to be quite, almost like stiff, I'm hearing. And what you need to do is to allow your body maybe to move around at the beginning of a day, maybe stretch a bit more, do something with your body, because your body is going to so weird how I'm going to express myself. It's going to allow you to express, and almost like, what I'm seeing, almost like a purging, if someone has been stiff for such a long time, once they start moving around, I see a vision. In my vision, out of this person, there's a lot of energy coming out that is not needed anymore. So through movement, somehow you'll be able to feel more energized and better. And that was a very weird message at the very end, but I hope that this is helpful. So guys, today was a very quick one. If you didn't hear the intro, I have a lot going on and to take care of, so I had to do a quick reading. I was thinking about doing none of the readings, but I just had to. So I hope this made sense. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Bye for now.